Hi everyone, welcome to Divine Sacred Tarot. I wanted to jump on and do a second message to the very same video that I aired about the Tower being a big part of the Divine Masculine's ascension, and it really is playing a part in the Divine Feminine's ascension. So this is essentially a part two, but for the feminine. But I do want to include the same cards because I didn't put them away. I love sometimes keeping specific cards out overnight and around me during meditation, perhaps, because it really does bring in this sense of clarity because more information wants to come through those energies. So the cards that obviously wanted to come out in a different way this time. We've got the High Priestess, we've got the Sun card, and then we have the Hierophant and the Death card. Now, I put them all in a line, but for some reason, when I shifted them, the High Priestess and the Sun are obviously in one line, and then the Hierophant and the Death card are in the one line. So it basically gave me this newfound clarity and premonition regarding the High Priestess and the Hierophant, the divine counterparts, the sacred partnership. And I'm very specific in when I'm saying this because it's not twin flames or soulmates. And what I mean by that is a lot of times we get caught up in the terminology, and we really don't need to. We don't need to isolate ourselves or heighten our ego, if you will, to talk about twin flames and this is exclusive, in inverted commas, club, because it's not. What is important is the work that each individuals are doing to heighten the rate of consciousness in this world, because there is so much death, destruction, and ego in this world over power, money, resources, that there are specific amounts of people who are being asked to go into their healing journey, to voluntarily put themselves forward so they can do the work of this high prophecy. Now, the prophecy is written by the High Priestess, but the Hierophant has the key here. Now, both of these cards, I'm going to put them again on my Instagram channel. So if you don't know, head over to my main page on YouTube, and there is a link to my Instagram. What I'm seeing here, though, is as the Divine Feminines have written the script, they both have these two compasses, north, west, east, south. The reason where I am getting to this place where the Hierophant and the High Priestess is really important in this journey thus far is because the script had been foreseen by a Divine Feminine, by an oracle. This script had been written and kept under like lock and key, under safeguard. And the funny thing is the Divine Masculine actually has the key holding in the Hierophant card. Now, these cards are very specific, as I said, and these are very specific channeled oracle messages that I am receiving, downloads as I'm speaking to you. So this is very raw, and it's not going to resonate with everyone. But what's happening right now is, since the High Priestess has had these downloads regarding the oracle, now it could be somebody outside of you, it could be a reader, it could be your own downloads. It's giving you a specific understanding of your own mission in this lifetime. And within that mission, it's scripted that the sacred path, the sacred relationship is a part of that scripture. It's a part of that mission. Now, when we meet our twin flame, our counterpart, our soulmate, whatever we're going to call it in this, I'm going to call it a sacred relationship. Not everybody is aligned for a sacred relationship. People want to be aligned to it, but a lot of times we end up just wanting to fit in and make fit something that is toxic, something that isn't quite for us. So it's up to you, it's up to your own discernment to understand what this is between you and your divine counterpart, and understand the journey, like the journey that you've been on since 2017 to 2024. And it could be another set of 7 years, but there's going to be a specific timeline of 7 years in your life, and they could be 2, they could be 3, depending on how old you are. There's specific set of cycles of the 7 years is going to help you understand whether you're in a sacred partnership journey. If you are, and some of these messages are actually resonating with you thus far, you've done the time, you've taken time, you've written down what has happened to you concurrently over those 7 years, and you've understood that this person has been the silver thread, if you will. But actually that person was the one holding the key. Now, I mentioned this in a few readings, a few videos ago. I cannot remember which one, honestly, I'm not sure, but I mentioned the divine masculine having the key, and that is fitting in with the divine feminine's message. The funny thing about this reading is the High Priestess is card number 2 and the Hierophant is card number 5. As I said, I'm getting these downloads as they come in. So we have the manifesting miracle sacred relationship number 7. And this is where I'm asking, there is 7 years in your life where you have dramatically changed, where everything, your thoughts, behaviors, your actions have completely shifted. And if you're finding that this message is resonating, have a look which years that you're talking about and which thread you are in. Are you in the first 7 waves? Are you in the second? Are you in the third? So me and my divine masculines. Also, as I think, again, I'm just putting it as my own example. You go into your own individual journey. I've gone through the first 7 years and I'm now entering into the second 7 years. What's happening right now is, as the High Priestess, as you divine feminines who are listening to this, you're ascending higher and higher because of this newfound sense of abundance, this newfound sense of surrender, and this peace and happiness that you're finding within you, within your heart space. This is the Hierophant card acknowledging the sacredness of your aura, of your being, divine feminines, but they're also holding up a light towards their own healing journey. They had never felt themselves to be as such high regard as they look at you, divine feminines. But what I'm seeing here is the divine masculines are beginning to understand that they do hold the key to this sacred relationship, to the sacred connection, and to the sacred mission that you've come here on this earth. Now, just below the High Priestess, we've got the Sun card. The Sun card for me represents the happiest card in the deck, which is why I'm saying the divine feminines probably are experiencing these elements of bliss. Like you may even be crying because you're so happy. Like I'm talking about that level of ecstasy, that level of bliss, that level of peace, the level of serenity. And it does come in waves, but the waves are becoming stronger and stronger. So that you may have things happening in your life right now, but what I'm saying is, if you're listening to this very specific high vibrational message, there is a reason why you are here, and you may have storms, you may have challenges, you may have anything that's happening in your life right now, but you're seeing it from a different vantage point. You're seeing it from a point where you are ascending into a higher vision of yourself. You're almost seeing it as a hawk in the sky. I'm seeing a falcon, and you're viewing this whole situation and you're unbothered by it. Whereas the Hierophant card has the Death card underneath it. This divine masculine or divine feminine, take the energies as they resonate, has been through a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of death, a lot of loss in their life. The divine feminines have 2. I'm seeing, this is a very specific message, as I said, but they've been able to see it from a different vantage point. The divine masculines had really hit rock bottom when it came to this. But this has also manifested itself into the beauty of how the divine masculines see this now. So it seems as if the high priestess and the hierophant, the divine masculine and feminine, have both gone through their own individual journeys, they've gone through their own traumas and struggles and pains, they both have similar outlooks. One could have a very negative one could have a very positive one, but the shift has happened where both of them seeing their current scenarios as pretty abundant, pretty fruitful, pretty amazing, because when you see situations from a different vantage point, you bring out the beauty of the lesson. You bring out the challenges that you've overcome, and you've been able to reflect on how far this has taken you. Because we've got the Sun and the Death card next to one another here, it really does emphasize that they both, the divine masculine and feminines, have both gone through the light and the shadow aspects of themselves. But they've both been able to understand that this was purposeful. This wasn't personal. This was purposeful to the soul mission that they've come here to do and to be. So as the divine feminines are soaring through the skies, up in the heavens, no matter whether it's raining or shining, they are soaring. They are in this bliss state of happiness, in this serene sense of detachment. The divine masculines have acknowledged that death was a part of their background. It was a part of their tower. It was part of their upbringing, because they've needed to be stronger than other masculines around them. And their attitude of being light, being carefree, not taking things personally, has actually led them to their greatest ascension ever. Because if something has happened to you and you've had great attitude to it, it just goes to show how important you, your soul mission, is on this earth. And this is why both of you need to be in sacred union in this lifetime. So the 2 cups are obviously 2 cups. I don't know why I just said that. That's obviously significant somewhere, because I've just finished messaging that high vibrational spiritual message by source, and 2 cups just literally flew out my mouth. But I was going to say we've got the 9 of cups and the Ace of Cups here. But the 2 of Cups is relevant for this message because that's the union. So the more and more you sink into your higher levels of ascension, the more and more you focus on yourself, the more and more you focus on your purpose and servitude. And I'm not talking about giving for the sake of giving. I'm talking about giving with detachment. When you give with a detachment and you're giving from being in a full cup of love, of abundance, of prosperity, you still need to take care of yourself. You cannot give if you don't have, right? But the 9 of Cups is saying that because you've given from such authenticity and intent, you're now going to be receiving all of this tenfold in the next 7 years. Actually, scratch that. Spirit just said 1,000-fold, 1,000,000-fold. If the last 7 years were really difficult for you, the next 7 years is going to flip on reverse, and it's going to bring in the amount of abundance that you haven't ever fathomed in love, in relationships, in connections, in career, in your connection with your divine self and with your counterpart. So let's get some more messages here. So thank you, angels, guardians, ancestors, and spirit team. What else do we need to know for the divine masculine and feminine regarding the next 7 years? What else do we need to know for the next 7 years? So we've got this 9 of Swords and the 6 of Swords, things that have been troubling the divine masculines. The Emperor card is at the bottom of the deck. The truth that has scorned the divine masculines, that has led them to have this difficulty, this sleepless night, this rethinking their dreams and their wish fulfillment, is gone from having traumatic things happen to them and having this sense of trauma in their dreams before they go to sleep, their thoughts, their habits, their behaviors. They've moved forward into this Emperor energy. And I find this Emperor card very, very prominent. I accidentally said Empress. Again, there are no accidents. But the reason the divine masculines have been in contact with you, divine feminines, and anybody who's cross-watching, is because they needed to get into their emperor energy. There is victory here, and what's happening is there is a change between the last 7 years and the next 7 years is going to be this huge, profound change into manifesting your reality. So from 2024 to 2030, you're going to come into this newfound sense of awakening, but it's going to be better than you've ever imagined. What is happening for the divine feminines over the next 7 years? Oh, thank you, Spirit. 2 cards that I did want to come out this time. The World is at the bottom of the deck. A new found energy, a new sense of abundance, a new sense of harmony. It is eradicating the pain of the past, and you're coming into alignment with your sacred partner. We've got the Emperor card here and the Star card here that wanted to come out. So this is about the wish fulfillment that the divine feminines have been manifesting for the last 7 years. They've rewritten what they've wanted in this lifetime. And when they've rewritten this, they've now come into this inner knowing that their divine wish gets to come true. Their divine counterpart gets to manifest in this reality because they have put themselves in a position to let go, to accept, to heal, and to forgive those who hurt them in the past. They have been able to see the light and the dark shadows of their existence. They've been able to understand the oracle messages that they've been receiving, and they're going to create this whole new world in this lifetime. The level of abundance that you are going to be receiving, divine feminines, 1,000-fold, 1,000,000-fold, 1,000,000,000,000-fold. Like, save this message, because at some point in your next 7 years, you're going to come back to this and go, this is exactly what's happened. The last 7 years were hard, but the next 7 years have just been something that I couldn't ever have dreamed of. So if you're not knowing what's coming next in your life, start dreaming, start writing your visions down, start feeling those sensations in your body, because it's coming for you. And you, more than anybody else who is listening to this, truly, truly does deserve it. If this resonated with you, please hit the like button, because I am fully aware this isn't going to resonate with everyone. This is such a big channeled message. I've never really had this type of message before, but I also do honor and respect that there will be other people who do need to listen to this message. And the way we can support each other as a collective is liking this video, maybe even subscribing if you haven't already. But I just want to say I love you guys so much, and thank you for enabling me to do this and being here day on day. I just appreciate you. Thank you so much.